I mean, I know that you were worried about the linoleum. Everything's good. But we gotta get rid of his body, boss.
Well, O'Doyle, I guess you don't own this place just yet. Not till you sign that paper. Uh, I guess I'll get to work. Why don't you have always go in and help them out with this thing? Nobody called the fuzz yet, did they?
I think that one British nerd, he might have said something about they'll be here in about 15 minutes.
Fuck me. Why don't you start hanging out with some nerds from this country? Goddamn pinko commie. And he basically fucks off. You know what, O'Doyle? On second thought, this is going to be your place soon enough anyway. Maybe you should take care of it. So he leaves. She sits there and says, is she like,
So, boss, Mr. O'Doyle, do we want to do this? We're gonna chop him up and throw him into the ocean? We're gonna put him into the meat grinder? Incinerator?
Who exactly is it?
this is Thomas. He is one of the people on the list of names from that Jensen was trying to murder. She says
I don't know. There was this one group that came in partying. It was a white guy, two Hispanics, colored guy, another white guy. This is one of the white guys that died. I think he was a Polish or something. I'm not sure.
Well, we could always sink him. That seems to work.
All right. Are we gonna use our bricks? Are we gonna use some of Patty's old biscuits? You know those things sink like bricks.
Use those.
All right.
she seems to be calmed down now. So you guys are watching her come in with a wheelbarrow full of biscuits.
Biscuits.
Yeah, look at actually, it'd be more accurate to say hoe cakes. Wait,
Oh, cakes.
does anybody here know what a hoe cake is?
No.
Oh,
Okay, Ben, you know what a hoe cake is.
A what?
Yes. Isn't it like pancakes?
No, it's like a giant biscuit. It's like, biscuits are small. A hoe cake is a pancake-sized biscuit.
what?
I was close.
This looks
Yeah.
amazing. I have to make them.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a Southern thing. My grandmother used to make them.
He says
Whenever
it's like
she would make
the size of a
biscuits,
pancake.
I actually never found out whether it's whole cake or hoe cake.
It's
And since she called things horror baths, once again, I don't know.
I mean, Vec and I live in the South pretty much the majority of our lives, so yeah, we are missing out.
Right? It must be like, a Georgia South kind of thing, not a Texas South kind of thing.
Yeah. It's more Georgia, Mississippi type South. All right. So she's looking at these things, and there's a chef coming behind her like, what the fuck? Oh, come on. You're going to go and waste those perfectly good things? Things are only 48 hours old. What are you trying to say? They can sink a body?
Oh,
Wait,
we're gonna
what?
try it.
And no one is trying to sink a body here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who the fuck are you?
I am Professor Price.
Oh, goddamn. We got a goddamn professor here? Boss, what the hell? I don't got anything for professors. What do they drink anyway? Like fucking Chardonnay or whatever?
Something fruity.
Oh,
This is
fuck
one of
me.
the people on the list, O'Doyle. We can't just let him disappear or anything. We need to talk to the police and let them search for the other people on the list.
You see, the problem is this isn't exactly the spot we want them looking around.
Well, then cover up whatever you have to cover up here and do it fast.
Dang. Fair, sir.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And the tiny little guy who was hanging out with you before, I forgot his name, but he's the one who didn't have a personality. He's not the cowboy one, not Tommy, and he's not Diathy, and he's also not Seamus. He's the other one. So he's a short, angry guy whose name escapes me right now. He says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't talk to the boss that way.
Wait, who is that? Where are you?
I said you don't talk to the boss that way.
He walks up to you with all 5'6" of his body.
But I put my hand in my pocket where my gun is. I'm saying you should probably stop moving right now.
No, I think you.
I take out my gun.
He said,
I think you should probably stop moving right now.
with the whistle, the chef, the lady who you just saw bringing in the whole case, two other guys in suits, they all pull out their revolvers and point them at you.
Give me the word, boss.
Wait, who is the boss in this? Like, who is he like talking about?
Well, right now he's talking to O'Doyle. But as far as he's concerned, some nerd just came in and told his boss what to do.
Oh, he's talking about it. Okay, I thought he was like talking about someone else. Like I wouldn't.
No, that guy left. You didn't even. I don't think you even saw him. He went out the back door.
Okay, no, I wouldn't consider like O'Doyle as a threat. Then I wouldn't have like drawn my gun or anything there. I thought like you were talking about someone else.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the whole problem is you don't know what O'Doyle does, so you don't actually know that this guy works for him. So it's probably found a way to find out the first time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I would just like, so whoever your boss is, you can tell him to like clean up this
Drop
thing.
the gun. Kyle, let this one go. How much do we have to move if we get the police in this here? Oh, good Lord.
I can switch the plate. I mean, there's nothing over here dirty or anything. It's just, sometimes these guys might want to kick back. Everything's clean right now, boss. It'll probably cost us like $300. Keep from being nosy.
Wait, what? Cormac, you are the boss here?
It's complicated. And I'm gonna slide Kyle $300.
All right, boss. We'll cut them off at the pass. We'll make sure they come here. Just look at the body and get the hell out. Nothing else. All right, you moves. Everything get moving. Hey, you freeloaders. Get the hell out. Party's over. Time to clean up. Alpha Zero. Some shit. Let's go.
And with a quick buzz, most of the people do just get up and leave. There aren't really any grumbles. It looks like everybody here has been here before. They understand the deal. Just as you thought, that whole bar turns around and reveals a bunch of stuffed animals and like one of those little things
see the apps at the
where
top
you
left?
pitch and have the milk bottles on.
That one.
This entire place turns into
You probably want the little sheets though.
a carnival row of games. So we're talking like little 10-pin bowling and a couple of other things just like that.
And good sheets.
So a whole bunch of cheap carny prizes, a whole bunch of cheap carny games. looks like they do take advantage of this boardwalk area, and this place serves as a form of family entertainment during the daytime. In the meantime, you guys are standing here while the waitress, we'll call her Cindy, checks the guy for ID.
Says right here his name's Thomas, just like it says there on. You said you had a list, and these guys are on the list too.
Yeah, I would like to like search the body, like if there's like anything else like in there in the time.
By all means. Give me a spot hidden.
That is a success.
All right. So, while you're searching the body, you find a silver coin. And it is the same as the silver coins that you found in Jensen's house.
Okay.
A calling card.
Do we know if there were coins on the other victims?
You don't, sadly.
Okay. Well, we should probably ask the police if there were coins at the places of the murders.
You guys are saying this to each other, right?
Yeah.
Carry on. About 10 minutes, boss.
Dorothy is asking in chat why she's there. I think we all went there to see like the guy from the
Dorothy,
city
this
hall
is
or
still the
something?
same place where you were visiting the city councilman. I believe
Okay,
his
so-
name is Miguel.
That sounds right. So
Moreno?
I wasn't here with the. She does not know there's a corpse yet. Is what you're saying?
Oh, you don't?
No, you do. Like we found him last time actually. Like we didn't even.
Or did we?
In
Yes.
the bathroom. Yep. When the
Well, I
music
don't-
started playing.
I don't remember. I remember talking to a councilman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the very last thing we had was like finding the body.
Well, where does the councilman run away? Where did he go?
Oh, he's still around. So we'll
Okay.
just say that when you saw the body, Councilman Moreno came and warmly embraced you.
Okay.
To get you to calm down.
Okay.
Councilman Moreno is a
He's a nice
handsome
guy.
Latino man.
Yeah.
He's a handsome Latino man. He's about 55, maybe 60. You know, salt and pepper hair, nice beard, very distinguished look. Salt and pepper, it's actually more close to silver with a few black streaks in it. Slicked back nicely. He smells fantastic.
He sounds very dashing.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's dashing as hell. Also a confirmed bachelor. Who knows?
Okay, so then I also saw this big exchange between Cormac and the boss, being the boss, quote unquote.
You did not see that.
Okay.
Because that was in the basement and we were on the main level.
Okay.
You did, however, actually, I don't know. You may not have seen that when Jonathan was getting a little bit loud, that Cormac's boys and most of the people working in here pulled their guns out as soon as Jonathan pulled his gun out.
I think if she had seen people pulling their guns out, she probably would have marched her way into the middle of it. I mean, let's
So we'll
be
say that
frank.
you did, yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll say that you
she's-
didn't see that since that didn't happen.
Yeah, she's probably over here with Councilman What's His Face, trying
Councilman Moreno.
Miguel Moreno,
Yes, Miguel Moreno.
the very dashing confirmed bachelor.
I just realized that Miguel Moreno sounded too sexy to not have him look, fantastic.
Like Antonio
Like
Banderas.
Like a young Antonio Banderas, get out of my head.
Yes. So yeah, like I said, he did this distinguished-looking man. He'll be, god damn, does he look good in a suit? He says, Dorothy, Mrs. McGee, I'm so sorry that you had to witness all of his violence. It will be fine. The authorities will come here soon enough, and justice will prevail.
I'm sure it will. It's okay, dear. I'll be okay. You know, when one gets to be a certain age, death is just part of life.
Wait, vicious murders are a part of your life, Mrs. McGee?
No.
He
I've seen a lot of dead bodies lately, I tell you what.
How do you feel about frogs?
How do I feel about frogs? I must say I do not have much of an opinion on them. Why, you ask?
Oh, I heard that there was an outbreak. Yes, some got through through some customs, and there's these dreadful poisonous frogs that have started to gain a foothold. It's awful.
Oh, Mrs. McGee. These people who write these stories, they have a tendency to, exaggerate. There were 3 frogs that these gentlemen were coming back in for pets. They got out, they were captured, and they were sent and left back where they belong in South America. There was no such outbreak. Nothing to worry, nothing to be concerned with. I am not interested in bringing invasive species to this great country.
Nor am I, of course. So if you do see any, please, you would run, right? I mean, they're very deadly.
Wait. You want me to run from frogs?
They're just the deadly ones.
Okay, Mrs. McGee. Mr. O'Doyle, yes?
That's right, amigo.
What is she referring to, these deadly frogs?
Well, you see, there's these very venomous spitting frogs going around.
See?
Venomous frogs.
Yes, they're red and a little moist, and there are a lot of them.
You see,
Or
it's
just
really
a
this
few
crazy
of them.
zookeeper guy. You see, he had a bunch of them locked up, and on the wraps, let them out. Now, nobody's talking about this, but better safe than sorry, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's,
Senor Jensen.
so if you do see one, you'll report it, of course, and run away, right?
I do not wish to mess with these. Mr. O'Doyle, are you referring to Senor Jensen?
Yeah.
This is no good. Goddamn right it's no good. I told you that motherfucker wasn't shit.
Oh.
Whole time we're over there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I forgot this guy's name. I said it once. I know his last name is Thomas, or Thompson. So we'll just stick with that for right now. He's 30. He is also the head coach. I'm sorry, no, he's the defensive coordinator for the football team. And for whatever reason, he was also involved in the excursion because why not? Sometimes you need a defensive coordinator for the football team to be on your excursion. I told you not to trust that motherfucker. Told you he was dirty the whole goddamn time. Saw him filling his pockets with gold and shit. Now he's bringing poisonous frogs over here?
Very poisonous.
Yo, you ever heard? You heard of Australia? What the fuck happened to Australia where about all them goddamn bunnies over there? Everybody's all like, "Oh, bunnies is cute and shit." All of a sudden, all of Australia's all fucked up with bunnies. Talk about a
Actually, it
place
was
that got
cats and rats.
it was cats and rats. Sorry. You know what I went about them cats and rats over there? All of a sudden, everything's fucked up. Duck-billed platypuses. Have they been discovered yet?
Mm.
Well, they have for our purposes. Drop duck-billed platypuses dropping dead, drop dead, dropping down from the trees. Kangaroos getting their ass kicked by fucking bunnies. It's just fucked up. You can't just introduce invasive species in a country and expect the ecosystem to just take it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Amen.
Which is precisely why I
What?
insist that you call me well, maybe call Mary. Let me give you Mary's number, dear. You can call her if you see one, and we'll run right over and take care of it.
Mary. Yo, Mary. Yeah. She's the nurse. A whole lot of my players went through to her. Real good girl. Good head on the shoulders. You know, if shit wasn't so fucked up, she could and should be a doctor.
Yes, she should.
Such language.
I know, man. That's some bullshit, right? Just like y'all motherfuckers can't vote yet. But don't worry, end of the year, that's just gonna happen. Y'all gonna be voting.
But, you, as long as it doesn't get in the way of her having children, dear.
Man, that's some old bullshit. You need to get that out your head. Your daughter's a strong, independent motherfucking woman. And she don't need all this corny ass. Leave it to. Oh, wait, that ain't come out yet. She don't need all this corny ass Betty Crocker housewife bullshit holding her down. Now, that's no disrespect if you're a corny ass Betty Crocker housewife. I'm just saying that there's a whole lot of choices for ladies out here. You know, you got like my homie over here, Christy, Cindy. What's your name?
My name's Cindy.
Yeah, you know, she's out here. She's bartending and everything. But I saw her looking in them law books. She's going to be a lawyer. You're Mary, best damn nurse in the city. Everybody should know it, and she should be paid commensurate to her talent and skill.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll take her number. I might even give her a call sometime.
Oh, lovely.
All right, look. I am now. Y'all might think y'all got this whole place set down and everything with the police and all that shit, but for real, I ain't trying to be here when them fucking pigs get over here. So I'm out. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, and do mind your language when you call her, dear.
Yeah. Watch my motherfucking language. My mom don't like that shit neither. Talk to y'all later.
Well,
Why do I feel like that was the easiest character for you?
I've never got to bust out with a character like that before. That's fun.
you know, it's funny because, like, I'm like, yeah, but I think Dorothy wouldn't be.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, he'll be back. So the 10 minutes pass, and the first cop in is a uniform cop, guy with a short buzz cut, and a shorter temper, and an even shorter, what do you call it, forehead. Basically, big ass caveman looking guy. You know him, and he is damn near under the direct employ of McCown. Of course, this guy's the first one to come up. You have met this cop before. Don't have his name in front of me, but he was the one guy who you had to pay off whenever, the landlord was found.
Hey, O'Doyle. I see you just go ahead collecting bodies over here.
Yeah, it's a hobby of mine.
Yeah, well, it's a type of hobby that you need to go and get over. It's an expensive hobby, if you know what I mean.
So I hear.
So, I see you got the Midway out today. You got to make a lot of money on the games?
Fair bit.
Oh,
Listen.
well, that's good.
The body's in the
listening.
bathroom. You gonna wait for the coroner, or are you poking around?
Well, that depends. Exactly how much overflow did you guys have on your games today? I mean, if you didn't have any overflow, then my boys are gonna have to go and check all over the place. But if you did, have a few extra pieces of lettuce hanging out, they can just go straight to the bathroom and look where they're supposed to look.
Yeah, you know what? I think Kyle was in charge of collections for today.
Hey, Carl, what do you got?
So, how much are you giving him?
I think I gave him $300.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what, Doyle? If you guys keep doing business like this, then maybe my guys will only come over to party and never remember what happens in the morning. You're a good man, O'Doyle, despite what they say about you.
He then completely condescendingly pats you on the shoulder and smiles as he sends his boys into the bathroom to collect the body.
Mr. Cormac, did you just bribe that man?
No.
It looks like you did.
What? No one would ever do that.
Now,
You see,
I am no expert.
hold on, miss, hold on. Our police force works on a contingency basis. We depend on the kindness of tax-paying citizens like Mr. O'Doyle here. So sometimes we do private things, and they're kind enough to donate to the police force.
What
That's
kind
all
of
Mr.
private
O'Doyle
things
was
are you
doing.
doing?
We're doing the type of private things that folks like you like to go to private parties for. So you can have privacy.
I'm not going to private parties.
Not with that attitude.
So you did bribe him.
Now, miss, I'm going to say
I
it
did
one
not
time.
ask you, and you will butt out of my conversation, sir.
Butt
We
out!
don't. We don't like the word
Oh.
bribe around here.
Oh, is that what we're going to do?
Are you the small, short helper man I met earlier?
No. You have not met this one. The small
This is
short
the
helper
police
man was the one who
officer.
pulled a gun on. The small short helper man was the one who pulled a gun out on Jonathan. This is a 6'4", heavily muscled police officer who was wearing a medium officer's uniform. I mean, medium as can be, just so he can show off his guns. He
Are you
has his
the
sleeves rolled
individual
up,
who
complete buzz
arrested
cut.
earlier?
Yeah, you haven't met him. But if you look at his knuckles, you can see that they pounded a lot of faces. He's wearing steel-toed boots, and he has cauliflower ears from having wrestled. And he looks at you and says, "So, you ladies sure you saw a bribe over here?
Yeah.
Because if you did, that would mean that you were covering up for a criminal, and those are serious charges.
Who is?
You are.
You are.
No, you are.
How dare you, policeman? You should be ashamed of yourself, covering things up. Wear a bigger shirt, sir.
Oh,
and he does a peck dance.
Now that is entirely too distracting, sir. She is a married woman. Mavis, get over here.
Yeah.
oh, I know how these married brides like to get down. It's great. Now
You just
listen,
call me a
ladies.
broad, sir.
Never.
Why are all of the policemen in
Oh,
this town so rude?
Oh, I can tell you never. Well, maybe a couple of times. Way back in like 1863, Civil War,
Never
maybe?
what?
I don't know.
Never what?
You never. No, wait a minute. We're getting off track here. Um, all I'm saying is this: Boston's a big town, and people with big mouths don't last too long in big towns like this.
How
Well,
would
that's
you
not a
know?
threat because I'm a police officer. It is
I would
my
like to
job
speak
to.
with your superior. Where is Detective Brown?
What is your badge number?
My badge number is, hold on, FUC
F
84
U C
A
84
OFF.
AOFF. Well, these don't sound like a normal badge number. Badge numbers should have more numbers.
Mavis,
Oh,
Try it
well,
again. Maybe you're just wrong. All the muscles getting in your way. Poor
would
circulation.
you like?
Wear larger clothes.
Would you like to find out? Of course, I can see you now, sister. You're only interested in one muscle. Fine. Here's my badge number.
Okay, what is your badge number?
UPYOURASS
Say that. Is there a number in there?
1920.
1920.
Yeah.
This only has 3 numbers in it. This isn't right either. Gosh, you
That's
must be
4
dumb.
numbers.
Mavis.
Yes.
Dear, he's. Would you like to go look at the body? Come along, dear.
Whoa.
Fine.
My boys have already quarantined the place off. We don't need you going in there and contaminating evidence or anything.
Goodbye, sir.
Oh no, there's no
And she
goodbye.
walks away.
Come along, Mavis. I don't care where she's going, but she's decided that Mavis needs to be away from this man.
Yeah.
And Mavis
He
just
wants
follows
me.
her.
I'll tell you right now, that old broad wants to D.
Keep it in your pants, little helper man. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, I guess I will this one time, O'Doyle. Consider it as Valentine's Day and all.
Oh,
Maybe I should go and
Valentine's
check
Day
out
all alone.
Hey, look, I'm married to a job. So they do. So they put the body onto a gurney. It says, "So O'Doyle, seriously, are we taking this guy back to the fridge, or there's something else you need done with it?"
I'll take you back to the fridge.
All right. Hey. Oh, word around the street is you're looking at a promotion. Good on ya. And he is getting ready to he and his boys are getting ready to wheel the body out and put it onto a gurney and wheel it down to the coroner's office. If you guys have anything else to say to him at the moment.
Wear some larger shirts, dear. Maybe you'll get a wife.
Hey, anytime you want, I'll take this shirt off for you, Toots.
That is not what I said.
Yeah, but it's what you thought.
How would you know? Do you have any thought?
He somehow or another fast forwards to the year 2019 and says, "Yeah, I just had a thought last night." All right. I don't know, since sadly that comeback wouldn't make sense in 1920. He doesn't say that. He just kind of looks at you with a dumb expression, fuses his gum, and turns around. And they walk out.
I think I've decided that Mavis just likes fucking with people.
Good choice.
Hey, I mean, the truth is, Mavis keeps running into assholes, so it's
The best
pretty
part
easy.
is that Dorothy 100% thinks she's being serious the whole time. It's amazing.
I wonder if Dorothy even noticed how laced with inappropriate innuendo that guy just was.
She probably missed most of it.
Oh man! All right, so the bar is empty. There's no more body. Um, you have Miguel Moreno and Jose and Jesus left in here.
This man. This man right here.
I'm not on roll 20.
No, it's
We're
on
doing
his board.
state of the mind today. Oh,
Yeah,
told you my
that's
Dennis.
that man, Miguel Moreno.
It's probably best we talk to Lieutenant Brown so that we can inform them who they need to protect in the city.
All right. So, car pulls up. Oh, why am I not fucking surprised? Calm down, Lieutenant Stone. No need to be rude. After all, that approach didn't work for us last time, did it? Mr. O'Doyle? Mr. Price?
Well, good day.
So, I understand one of our officers has already taken the body over to the morgue. Exactly what is it you saw?
Well, it's the same murderer, and it's, what's his name again?
Jensen. Oh, I
Right.
believe this is Jensen.
Well, we saw
Yeah.
him.
You saw him? Then what the fuck? How did he get out of here? He just disappeared into the thin air, into the floor?
Right.
What happened?
Well, we didn't see him here. He was escaping when we discovered the stash he had in his backyard.
Oh. You entered into his home, yes?
Well, I think it was a concerned dean who brought us there, and we actually found a large amount of antiquities that he was trying to sell in the city, and we also found the hit list, and I'm like giving him the list of names. And the list is getting shorter and shorter, so you should start looking out for the people on this list and protect them.
So, if I'm going to understand this correctly, the names that are crossed out have already been killed. And according to you, this person here should be added to the list, yes?
That is correct.
Four of the gentlemen are four of the gentlemen are here. I can see that Mr. Thompson is gone, but Jose, Jesus, and the councilman are here. All right, Stone, I'm gonna go and talk to those guys real quick. We'll get a detail on them. Now, you said you saw Jensen. Exactly which way did he run off to? Where did he drive? Which direction?
Well, we don't know. We were a little bit distracted by the nerve gas he was throwing at us.
Yes, he tried to kill us with mustard gas.
I see. Well,
I just never.
well, Mrs. McGee, you've been very brave,
I have been.
and I want you to know that your city is proud of you. You have been an excellent citizen.
Thank you, dear.
It's for that reason I'm going to ask the four of you to be brave again.
Oh man.
That comment.
No, Mavis, this is wonderful. It is our civic duty to help this gentleman. Do go on.
Oh.
So, if fairly obvious that it's unlikely for a Jensen to go back to his home. But we're going to go and put a force there anyway. There are a few names here besides the ones on this list. We believe that if he feels safe going to one of them, then he may let his guard down.
Brown outside voice.
What was that? Don't worry. Texas Brown, excuse me, will give you the details. All right. So listen up, O'Doyle. I don't know what other business you got going on right now, but here's our best chance. You said he had a whole lot of treasures down there, right?
He did. I mean, just one of those would keep my library running for years.
Keep your library. Yeah, library.
But by now the university should have transported everything off, right?
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem. This stuff ain't supposed to be in this country. And, people above our heads are negotiating things. You know, oil deals, fossil fuels, fucking vacations, all that type of stuff. So, right now, the treasures are absolutely nowhere. Some of them have to go back to their home country. Some of them will stay here, and a whole bunch of stuff that we don't know nothing about.
You should probably talk to the dean about this, because he made arrangements to transport off the treasures to the university.
Hey, look, I don't gotta talk about nothing to nobody. This is way above me. Now, your friend, the dean, he might be talking to somebody right now. No clue. But when a whole bunch of people in suits start coming over to your university and start talking about omelets and eggs, don't come crying to me. So, there's a couple of things that might have been movable. Most of the pawn shops are all, covered, not wanting to touch this stuff. Here's where you guys come in. We need you guys to
fence it. Do you need
something like that.
To fence them? I think I would be an excellent fence.
Yeah, well, if you guys can figure that out, you might be able to find them before we do. You find them before we do, you guys get a nice big fat reward. We find them without you, you guys get a nice pat on the back.
Isn't fencing things illegal?
Fencing things would be illegal if that's what you were doing. All you're actually doing is seeing who's coming in and trying to sell stuff. For the most part, you can tell them that you're not in position to take it right now. What you're actually looking for is where they're coming from and where they're going. You can do that.
What is
so
out
it's
of
a
character?
operation.
What does fencing mean?
Oh, okay. So what happens is when something gets stolen on the black market, the only way to actually make money off it, you can't actually go to like a store and say, hey, give me money for the sarcophagus. You gotta go through a guy who's going to put it onto a place where a collector or whoever it might be can actually make that purchase. So the fencing person is a middle person who makes whatever you stole worth money. Like you can't just steal a bunch of jewels from somebody, go to a jewelry and get money back. It doesn't work that way.
The fence is both the noun for the person who does the selling and the verb for it. Selling it illegally through back contacts, other channels.
Yeah, I'm just familiar with fencing in the term of like swords.
So meanwhile, Frank is sitting there thinking of all of us sitting there with foils, with one arm behind their back. Was like, how is this gonna help?
Throw down my white glove.
I guess you could stab that sword into that crown, but why?
I was like, I mean, guns are just so much better. Why are we doing this?
Guns don't give you quite as good of a butt workout.
Oh man, sorry. So that's one possible approach, or just throwing this out here. You guys got room for like some type of boxing match or whatever. Figure out some place where maybe you can trap this guy, get him to show up. Even if it's as simple as him thinking he's got a shot at one of these people who he's trying to get rid of. One thing I should tell you to be careful though. Make sure that you aren't the ones he's trying to get rid of. In the meantime, it's only like 5 or 6 o'clock. I'm sure you guys all got Valentine's days to take care of. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Enjoy your evening.
Now, Stone, before you start to leave, I
Yes,
got a
sir.
theoretical for you.
All right, I'm all ears.
That sounded very ominous.
What if in looking for this sick son of a bitch, we already know where he's gonna go and who he's gonna talk to sell some of these goods, quote unquote, and the person in question is of a high repute. What's the implication?
So, I would say that piece of information would, you know what? Let's go to your office and discuss it. He puts a certain weight on your office when he says your office. He puts a lot of weight on the word your.
Wonderful.
So he goes down to your office. I assume you leave the nerds upstairs, right?
I mean,
Can we
if we can.
before you leave, do we want to do something today, or is there something else? Because otherwise, I think Jonathan would like to retreat for the day.
All right.
I have a
Yeah,
note.
like I said, it's 6 o'clock. If you guys have a date for Valentine's Day, I can set that up real quick.
I mean, my
Or if
character,
that's something you want to do.
Dorothy,
So we're
definitely
gonna
does not have a date, and she doesn't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. So I think that Mr. Cormac's gonna have a hard time getting rid of her.
Well, no, not exactly, because Mr. Moreno, being a confirmed bachelor in 1920, is just going to go out, is looking for someone to hang out with.
Oh, well, then we have to
Or
protect
frequency.
him.
So
Yeah.
Mr. Moreno is happy to hang out with you.
Oh, well.
Jonathan would like to go back to his own house and
Yes.
and try to figure out how this dagger works.
All right, cool. So take 5 minutes to figure out what's in your house, describe it to me, and we will have Eddie swing by and visit you.
Okay.
Mr. Moreno is offered his arm to you and says, Miss Doris, have you ever had the fish and chips? I'm sorry. Have you ever had the clam chowder at some place that has nice clam chowder?
Oh, I haven't, dear. You know, Eustace couldn't
Oh,
buy
this clam
shellfish.
chowder,
But
the lobster, and the
oh.
steak is perfect. I insist that you come.
And it wouldn't cause a scandal, dear. I mean,
Oh, no, of course not. We are simply old friends. I am taking one of my best constituents out for dinner.
oh, lovely. Mavis, what about Mavis? What are you going to do, dear?
I'm gonna go home and drink some brandy.
Okay, say goodbye to Useless Dawn for me.
No, I won't.
That's lovely. Ta-ta!
I think you still have the didn't you have like the compulsion to like be nice to
Oh
him?
God, that's right.
No.
You do.
That's right.
you have a date,
Damn
darling.
it.
Yes, that's right. You want to go home and spend time with your husband.
Man, Coffee doesn't like this.
So, Mavis, despite the joy that you have in your head, you have the sick feeling in your stomach that this just isn't right. This man, you love this man so much that it's making you sick and angry. You are grinding your teeth, your face is going into complete rage because of the love you are filled with. And you are going to rock that man's world tonight.
Oh God, he's gonna be insufferable in the morning.
Oh my God, he's gonna call me a floozy even more.
All right. So we're gonna do Ben. We're gonna do Ben, Jonathan, Mavis, and Dorothy.
I'm not sure how much there is to actually.
Yeah, I don't know how much there is to cover. I mean, she's gonna flirt with him because he's cute, and she's gonna like try and convince Mary to come out. I mean, you know,
We'll just say this, Mavis. You get home first, and you can set up the house and food any way you want. He won't be home until about an hour or two after you get there.
Well, gives me enough time to make a pie.
So give some thoughts to how that works. And the restaurant we'll figure out together. Right now, however, the two cops walk into the office. They close the door, and Detective Stone turns up a white noise thing. It makes a small hiss and says, "This will interrupt any listening device that may be in what will soon be your office if what you say pans out."
Yeah, well, in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna need a listening device just to hear your sorry ass outside voice.
I understand what you're saying. Look, I know Stone here, he whispers a little bit too much. I get it. Gets on my own goddamn nerves. Here's what it comes down to. If you have the type of information you say you have, then that's the type of information that would make any testimony that your boss may have given us all of a sudden seem more flimsy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know your boss is a rat. You figured that much out. I can tell by your knuckles, that spot of blood on your wrist, on your cuff, and the way he shuffled on out of here through the back door instead of, showing off what a big man he was. So, considering that you now know that your boss is a rat, and I must say, not a particularly helpful or clean rat, getting yourself from under his thumb could be beneficial. That, plus you're smarter, you're cleaner, and you don't leave so much bodies all over the place. Fact of the matter is, you might actually be able to keep this neighborhood from being murder central all the goddamn time. Your boss's hands-off approach hasn't been very effective. But you have to do things right. Otherwise, you're talking gang war. But that's beside the point. How will you be able to help us get a mass murderer off the street?
Well, let's make one thing clear. My boss, quote unquote, may be a rat, but I ain't about to sink to his level. So what I tell you is strictly to get this scumbag out of my place as well as yours, as clearly he's coming onto my turf too.
That's fair.
So listen, there's a certain councilman who likes to spend a lot of time with Mutt. You know who I'm talking about?
The deputy mayor.
Eugene Bronley.
That's going to be a tough one. You got pictures?
As a matter of fact, I do. I took these out of a certain somebody's domicile that I may or may not have gone into, and I'm going to hand him the pictures of the treasures
Yeah.
from Jensen.
All right. Yep. I take a look at those like, these are very nice.
They are.
And they do so that he has a certain relationship that's a little too close.
Now, let's just say that Eugene likes to get his hands on some expensive antiquities that may or may not have been in these photos and are now at his place.
Okay, I hear you. So what you're asking us to do is make sure that the only place left to auction them off is a place that you might have control of. Is that about right?
Well, I'm saying Eugene is Winton's buyer. And
All
Winton
right.
likes to go to this guy. So you might be able to nab two birds in the same go.
That sounds good. Very well, Mr. O'Doyle. All of a sudden, it certainly seems that Mr. McCown's account of your ownership of a certain soda facility may be incorrect. However, just man-to-man is a fair warning. He's already put up word that you're responsible for the less than palpable concoction that has taken the lives of several of the Italians. If you plan on knocking on their door, make sure you knock softly.
I'll take that into consideration. Thank you very much.
All right, O'Doyle. You end up getting that promotion. Keep your nose clean, keep the place clean, and we can keep everything running just as smooth and normal as possible. You don't want no trouble? We don't want no trouble. Have a good night, O'Doyle.
Well,
And
all right then.
from there, from there, you get your phone ring.
I let it ring twice.
Hey, Bob. It's me, Dorothy. I don't know. You remember you asked me to go and take Pickle's little sister.
Duh, you're giving me flashbacks. I was just talking.
Oh, really? Huh. Good time and a bad time, Bob.
Both at the same time. What were you saying?
Oh, is it okay to talk right now?
Yeah. Good
Oh.
time as it always is.
So, our little lady friend just happened to pick out and take some pictures of an old councilman, deputy mayor, as it were. Now, I know he's a married man and all, but if you see these pictures, boss, man, it might even make you raise an eyebrow. I mean, how do you even fit that thing in there? Anyway, swing on down later. We can get you the negatives and everything. Maybe you can make some money off of this, Detective Mayor. Be a good idea if you can get a deputy mayor in your pocket.
Um, well, this deputy mayor may not be deputy mayor for very long. And I'm going to fill him in on what I just told the two detectives.
Well, boss, that's up to you. You can get a deputy mayor in your pocket and have him do whatever you want, or you can let the cops have him, and they let you do whatever you want. I don't know what's better, but that's why you're the boss. All right, so long story short, he has a way for you to blackmail the deputy mayor and have certain things go certain ways when it comes down to matters of City Hall versus the cops who, if you go with them, can turn the other eye on certain legal matters. Or maybe there is a third option to please both of them. Who knows? But I'll let that weigh on O'Doyle's head for right now. And we will flip over to a nice brownstone apartment belonging to a Jonathan Price. Jonathan, please describe your apartment or house.
I think it's a small house. It's more something that the university would have just given him to live in, with like the furniture already being in, like not, and he didn't really take much time to get settled. I think he's not. I mean, he's probably for some months in town now, but he didn't really unpack much. It's like more of a guy who's like working and like being at the university and giving lectures and so on.
All right, so you don't have like one of those crazy detective walls where you have all sorts of newspapers and pictures with red rope between them pointing to where your father is, right?
No, I don't have that, but I have his diary where I'm trying to figure out where he went from there. That's like that's my wall basically.
All right, so let's just say you're sitting down and you're reading through the diary, and it says something about like, another day on the job, still just as boring as ever.
Well, I think like today, because of the events that like were happening in the last 24 hours, was Wenton like basically escaping, and I shot him like straight like into like that was a really good shot at him, and he still escaped and like was unharmed. So at this point, Jonathan thinks there needs to be some other way to deal with this, and he saw the powers of this dagger in Corbett's house, and he tries to. He wants to figure out how to use this dagger, basically, and this is like how he wants to spend his evening, like trying to figure out how to use it against him.
So you take the dagger out, you look at it. Give me a... Do you want to do a mythos or archaeology on this dagger?
Wow, what a question. I mean, archaeology is like 85, so I probably want to use that.
All right.
I mean,
go ahead and roll it.
Where's mythos, actually? Did we get mythos?
I want to say you guys should at least have a 5 on mythos now from the first adventure. I think everybody should have a 5 on it.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, mythos reduces your maximum sanity, right?
Shit. I don't even remember. I thought there was a mythos button on there.
I think you gave us some occult, but not mythos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 0 mythos right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 0 mythos, but 13 occult, and I'm certain I did not put that much in it.
Okay. All right. I'll figure that out when I get to look at the screen. For right now, I'll let you roll archaeology.
I would like to push that. Because
Okay.
I take my time with it.
All right.
That
There's
is-
a knock. So there's a knock at your door while you're staring at the knife, trying your best to rack your brain about what this is, what it's similar to, and if it should work. And there is a knock at your door, but you said you want to push this, right?
Yeah, on the push I had a success.
Okay. So you do finally remember something about it, and you put your hand over the knife, and you hear a louder knock on your door. Yo, Johnny! Johnny boy! Open up!
Oh, Eddie? Okay, well I'm like putting I think I keep just the dagger in my hands and I just like walk over to the door and open the door.
Alright. So,
Wait, so
as you... Go ahead.
so you're opening a door wielding a knife?
Well, I wouldn't wield it like threateningly, but I would have I put it in my
so,
left hand and
so
just
yes,
opened
is the answer.
the door. Yes.
This is the knife we know kills people by itself.
I'm like, boy, you opened the door holding a knife, and he's like, well, I'm not wielding it threateningly.
So, as you get up to walk towards the door, a rat happens upon your windowsill.
Okay. Well, that's disgusting. That's not like not
So as
my
soon as you
choice, I
think-
suppose.
So as soon as you think that it's disgusting, the knife flies up and impales itself in the rat.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying, well, Eddie, one moment, please, and I'm like going over to the to the knife and pull it out of the rat, and then
Yeah.
well, I put the knife.
You feel the knife.
I think I put it
You
in the
feel the
box.
knife. You pull it out. It's vibrating. It slips out your hand. It stabs the rat 2 more times before coming out, pointing itself at you.
Oh. Okay, so I'm trying
What do
to
you say?
like.
Yeah. What do you say, or what do you think? What do you say, or what do you think?
I tried to like I'm not sure how this works, but I made it fly already in the basement of Corbett's house. And I'm trying to do the same here, like trying to get like mental dominance over the blade and just like saying like you belong to
So in
me
your
or
mind,
something like that.
in your mind, what are you saying to the knife?
I'm saying to the knife. In my mind, I'm not saying this out loud because I know Eddie is like in front of the door. But in my mind, I say, well, I'm giving like the mental image of this frogman guy, and I'm saying like there's more blood to be spilled.
The knife stops pointing at you, turns itself 90 degrees, and sticks itself into, well, say you have a sheath. I don't know why you have a sheath, but you need to have a sheath if you're going to be carrying around a fucking knife. And sticks itself into the sheath.
Okay. Right. And now I'm going over to
You
the
can
door.
swear you hear a small whisper that says, "For now."
Damn.
Johnny! Come on, man, we're going to be late.
Wait, what? Late for what? I'm opening the door.
Open the door, Johnny.
And I have like the rat in my hand.
Come on. God damn, Johnny, look at this place.
Well, what? It's a damn rodents. I need to get rid of them. And I'm like,
Yeah, maybe throw it out the window or something. We got the girls coming over. Did you forget?
wait, what? What girls?
Johnny, we talked about this. Johnny, we talked about this. You, me, the twins, Misty and Money. I'm sorry, Misty and Mary. Different Mary. Different Mary. There's more than one Mary in Boston.
Uh,
Me, Misty, Mary,
Should be
bongo
Misty,
dancing.
like Misty and Brooke.
Bongo, that. Wait, where did you want to go today? I completely forgot about this. I'm so
I'll
sorry.
get
That
rid
was
of
so
Mary.
much
I'll say
going
Misty and Minty. Misty, Minty. The Doublemint twins. Come on, man.
Wow, this sounds like a great night. Well, whatever. I'm throwing the rat like in the trash bin and like give me a few minutes. I need to get like.
Yeah. I'll give you all the time you need, buddy. Look, we're definitely not bringing him back to this. Dude, why is your apartment so boring?
Well, I didn't forget it.
Dude, are those still your boxes? You haven't opened all your boxes yet.
But it's just old stuff. Come on, let me get ready, and I'm like going into the.
Oh man, where's your
bathroom.
radio? God damn it, where's your radio, man?
Well, I'm showing him.
You don't have a radio. You don't have a radio.
Well, it's not plugged in, but I mean, you can get it set up. Yeah, like it's in some of the boxes. Like I think in that box there.
I swear I don't even know you. God damn. Like, I know you're from England, man, but you're still a human being. No radio. Goddamn rats on your windowsills, and you're just carrying them around like a chicken on a stick.
You sound like my mom. Now let me get ready and.
All right, well, just wear something nice. Be cool. God damn. You have any idea what it's like? They sit there, everybody's always like, hey, your pretty friend, your handsome friend. Does he have a date? Is he dating somebody? And I gotta explain to him. It's like, yeah, he's a little stuck up himself. He's like all about finding his pal or whatever. I get it. But, dude.
Eddie, the last few days were so crazy, you wouldn't believe me. So.
Brother, hit me.
Well, you know, I was in the hospital, right?
You in the hospital? Why?
Well, because I nearly died in the basement of this fucking Corbett house.
Oh, right. They actually found the old man's body, finally got it out of there. That was you?
Yeah.
Well, goddamn. And then, of course, the other business you were talking about with the serial killer professor that went to your school, right? Guys start slicing up people and taking out people's hearts.
Yes, he actually had the same position that I have right now. So he worked in the same department. I might like actually have my my office where his office was. I'm not sure, but we found all his stash, and things are really going bad in the next few days, I assume. So going out tonight might be actually a good idea. Might be the last time.
All right, man. So, I promise you, tonight I'm not Eddie the reporter. I'm Eddie, your boy.
That
Get your
sounds
dancing
good.
shoes. We're gonna cut on a magnificent rug tonight, man. Just do me a favor. Don't tell the girls about your super spy dad, or definitely don't tell them about the serial killer cutting people's hearts out. And I promise not to tell them about the lizard men that are actually running this country.
Sounds like a deal.
All right, man.
And
So he whistles, and he's just looking around the house. He's seeing some of the pictures you have of your father. And he walks over while you're getting dressed. He walks over towards your father's diary.
Mhm.
Hey, you still keep your old man's diary and everything. How long do you keep one of these?
So what did he say?
Oh, he said, "How long did he keep one of these?"
Well, you can have a look. I'm trying to figure out where he went.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look at his last entry here.
And I'm assuming we're just like shouting while I'm in the bathroom getting ready for whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's shouting. Yeah, it says here, he said, don't talk to some guys from World War One. Might have been some guys we worked with.
I don't know. I mean,
Quite a few treasure hunts. Looks like a couple of the guys from Germany are still doing some treasure hunts after the war was over.
Okay, what do I remember about this? What he's talking about? I assume I would have read that like several times.
Yeah, all you read is some crazy occult stuff that your father believed that some of the old remnants of the Kaiser were still working on. Unfortunately, at this point in time, by the time he disappeared, there were too many different organizations and too many different things going on in Germany, all going sorts of different ways. England actually had him deep cover. Well, okay, as far as you knew, what it says here is England had him as a professor in Germany doing some work before he eventually came over to America and did some work. In truth, about 4 years prior to the 2 years he just spent in America before he disappeared, he was looking into some of the different organizations forming in Germany post World War. I know I'm kind of screwing up the timeline here and squeezing things together, but
That's fine.
this is kind of what's happening.
Okay.
I'm using the word years instead of months, but just roll with me.
Well, he was deep in some stuff. I'm trying to figure out what exactly was going on, but yeah.
Yeah, and Eddie, as a quick retread, Eddie should not have said super spy because up until a week ago, you didn't even think your father was a spy of any sort.
Yeah.
So he should not have said that, and he didn't.
Yep.
All right. So he says, "Gee, man, your father looks like he was a little bit above a treasure hunter. Definitely different than any treasure hunter I've ever seen."
Yeah, he was one of a kind.
Sure he wasn't in anything else?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. If you have any information about his actions before he disappeared, I mean, that would be great if you could find something in maybe in your newspaper. Maybe some of your colleagues know something about it.
I'll check the Craig files and I'll check some of the buried stuff. See what's there. But hey, let's all head on out. I already got the car warmed up. You look great, man. We're ready to go.
Yeah, let's go.
And right as soon as you close the door to your house or your apartment, it goes.
Oh shit. Okay, so that is a song, right?
The car, yeah. But you hop into the car and go. Actually, give me a listen roll.
Right. Let's listen. That is a hard success.
Okay. Somebody says like, "What? What are you listening? What? You forget something in the apartment?"
Yes. Actually, wait a second. And I'm going, like, just straight in where I had the dagger and take that thing with me. I don't want this to be in the house when eventually he is, like, coming. I know that it's, like, the sign of him, like, arriving, so I'm just, trying to get, like, in fast, get the dagger, and then let's get out of here, Eddie. And then just, like...
All right, cool. So you run in, you get the dagger. The music stops. And as soon as you pick up the dagger, you look at the window, which apparently you forgot to close.
Mm-hmm.
You look out the window and you can see, you can swear you can see a red frog disappearing into the distance as it flies out the window towards the ground. Have no idea how high your building or apartment is.
I imagine it's just like a very small house that I'm like
Okay. So we can say that you can swear you saw a frog hopping away and disappearing. You pick up the knife, you strap it hidden onto your leg, and you head back out. This time closing the window and locking it for sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah. And we are going to a fancy house on a fancy row of Boston Street. Mavis, describe how you've decorated and set up the house for your Valentine's evening.
Ugh. Okay. Hold on, let me plug my headphones back in real quick. All right. So Mavis got into, I don't know, her favorite dress because it makes her feel pretty. And busted out an old lipstick from back in the day when she liked her husband. And she thinks to herself, why haven't I worn this more? Completely oblivious to the reason why. And in that time, she bakes a pie, Don's favorite.
That had absolutely no rat poison in it.
And no rat poison or anything to give him diarrhea or anything like that. So she makes that, and then she also makes a roast, because I don't know, I feel like that's something people make.
All right. So the door opens, and Don comes in. He smells the roast. He smells the pie. He's like, "Oh, cut down the balls of that woman. She's actually brought one of her lovers back here."
Wow. So she's standing in the kitchen finishing up the last bits of decoration on top of the what season did we say we were in?
It's February
February,
14th,
so.
Valentine's Day.
Were you
Right,
folding
right.
cranes out of the napkins?
Hearts.
Oh, good Lord.
Napkin hearts.
So he opens the door and says, he opens the door and says, "Okay, where is she? Where is he? Is he upstairs?"
Donnie, darling. Where have you been?
I was at the magazine.
Oh, great. I hope you're enjoying the job.
When you say that, you feel a knife go into the back of your head, and you feel another tinge of anger, reminding you of something. But you feel so much love that you are just squinting hard, and daggers are coming out of your eyes as you stare at this man because of how full of love your heart is right now.
So he thinks I'm deranged?
I mean, isn't that part of your character's story?
He's like, "Oh, yes, of course. Very much so. I see you've made my favorite pie and my favorite dinner, that roast. Why, I must say you haven't done this in 4 years. What's going on?"
Well, happy Valentine's Day. And she goes over to give him a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
He jumps. He jumps back. What?
And she has like a hurt expression on her face.
He notices that she's not carrying a knife or anything. It's like, and then he thinks to himself like, oh, I get it. She wants one more piece of this. So, he walks up to you, and he puts his arm around you. He says, oh, you remembered where the true loving lies. At which point, the last hour passes, and your madness fades. Just as you look up and he is coming towards you with his lips. You are still carrying the pie in your hand.
So I come out of the trance, right? And
Yeah.
am I aware of these feelings that just disappeared?
Yes.
It's like you woke up and were like, what am I doing?
Yeah, he's like walking really sexily towards you. Or he's walking
Attempting
like
to.
he's walking like he has a terrible lip towards you. I don't know, he's doing one of them little finger dances as he comes and says, yeah. You go ahead and give Daddy what he wants.
Her face immediately like turns into a deep frown, like ugly cat, grumpy cat frown, like ugh. Don, what are you doing?
I just the roast, the pie, I thought you were ready for some loving.
Some what?
Loving?
Lovin'? I don't even know what came over me, why I even made these. But the pie is mine. You can have the roast. And she walks out of the room with her pie.
Well, no, I won't say I never. So he does take his roast and he walks up to his room. You walk up to your room.
Wonderful. And she eats her pie in confusion, but also she's like, damn, this is delicious. I need to make this for myself more often.
Your phone does ring.
Oh. I go to answer it.
Hey.
Hello?
Oh, you are home alone on Valentine's Day.
Who is this?
Oh, come on, you remember me. It's the guy whose shirt was too small.
Ew, how did you get this number?
You gave it to me. You said you wanted me to have it.
No!
Oh, come on, you said it with your eyes.
Oh, no, certainly not. If I meant anything, I would have said it with my mouth.
Well, what are you doing with yourself tonight for Valentine's Day? Don't tell me you're sitting home all night alone eating a pie.
She, like, looks around the room. Does she, like, have to observe anything, like, spot hidden or is he in the bushes?
There's no hidden cameras or anything.
Okay, that's good. No hidden cameras. Well, she looks around the room anyway.
Yeah.
I am home with my husband as we are about to have roast and a pie. Thank you. I am married.
And your husband says, "Oh, I get to have a piece of a pie! Yay!"
Go away, Don.
But you said I could have a piece of a pie.
I'm on the phone.
Okay, I'll just take my slice right now.
Excuse you, you have the roast.
But you said I could have a piece of a pie.
Fine, you can have a piece of the pie. And that is it. One piece.
Yay! Oh, well, I don't want to go interrupt you, happy couple, but I'm just saying, 2 separate bedrooms, secret pie. You ever want to go and share your pie with a good guy? You know where to find me.
A good guy that takes bribes. Those are opposite ideas.
You should try it sometime.
I'm fine, thank you. Don't call this number again. Bye-bye.
Oh, you don't want me to call again. Don't worry.
She's already hung up.
You still got it.
Ew.
Poor famous.
And she hangs up the phone and gives gives Don his piece of the pie and then leaves the room again to have her pie in peace.
All right, yeah. I will say that when you get to another room,
Dang.
the phone rings one more time.
She sets her pie down and answers the phone. Hello.
Excuse. Hi. Is this Mavis?
Maybe. Who is this?
Oh, come on, it's Conrad, the little short guy. Likes the what's it called, Matt?
Short Helper Man, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Look, I just wanted to apologize. I know we got off on the wrong foot and everything, but I like the little fire you got. You know, it's good to see somebody out there stand up for themselves and just, be kind of a nice, good inspiration and everything. I heard you and your husband. I know the guy's a bit of an asshole. He took your job, took your magazine, and I know that piece of shit cop was eyeing you up and down. I just want you to know, just I know it don't mean nothing. I know it's a made up day and everything, but happy Valentine's Day.
Why, thank you, Short Helper Man. That's very sweet of you to say.
All right, you have a good night. Whatever. You feel like you ever want to drink or whatever later, just swing by the bar, tell them my name. They'll go ahead and get you a nice mimosa or something.
Oh, well, that'd be nice. Thank you.
All right, and you just have a good night.
You as well. She's suspicious.
Sure, you can do a psychiatry or psychology role, whatever's higher for you.
Ooh. Alright, now to choose. Psychiatry. Psychology. I got a 25. What's the other option? Psychoanalysis?
Yeah, psychoanalysis.
That's only a 1, so probably not that one. Oh, I failed.
All right, you weren't able to really read whether or not he was serious, nervous, or whatever. He seemed more sincere than the rest of the assholes that have called you today.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the cultist, and then there was Dawn, and Officer Too Tight, and
Okay, that's officially his name. Even though he has a real name, his official name is now Officer Too Tight.
It's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot.
All right, and we are at the Marietta. We're at the Marietta, where you, Miguel Moreno, a lobster bisque, a tail of lobster and a steak. You guys are, all sitting here. So, Mrs. McGee, I see you've made a couple of new friends with some of the people from the neighborhood.
yes,
But it's a very good thing for you, Mrs. McGee.
it is, dear. I have had so much fun, and of course, Mary and Steve, they do worry, but, well, you do what you can, and they are quite an interesting group, don't you think? And, of course, Mr. Cormack's a very, very nice man, and, he's a business owner.
Oh yes, I am aware of Mr. Cormac's piece. Um, just of course be careful with them. I do believe you are in decent hands, though. Um, Mrs. McGee, I need to talk to you about something regarding the library. I mean, regarding the La Biblioteca.
Yes?
I am wondering if it would be possible, and I can get the funding, if it would be possible for you to add a wing to it. Essentially, it would also serve as something as a museum.
Oh, that would be lovely!
Good, good. I think we name it after someone, yes?
Yes, I think that makes perfect sense. And, well, you just isn't. Oh, well. Of course, it means we'll have to take Eustace's name off the library, but really, it's my library
No,
now.
no, 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 no. No, no, no. We we have no need to take your husband's name off the library. We in fact think it would be good to put a large portrait of him up there. No.
Oh,
What I'm referring to in this wing of this miniature museum is
Tyler.
we'll discuss that later. What is important is, in addition to this, I would also like, and I will start this in your name, but I cannot put my own name on it. I would like you to start a scholarship.
Oh, a scholarship. That would be lovely. In my name, dear. Why, that's very kind of you, but surely you would want the credit.
It does not quite work that way. See, yes, it is important that people know that I helped this come about, but it is also important that people know that I have friends from the neighborhood, from everyone's neighborhood.
Oh, well,
Mrs. McGee, allow me to be the first to tell you. I have spent many years as a councilman, and after spending so many years as a councilman, I am prepared to join Congress.
oh,
So I'm here to announce to you my intent to run for Congress next year.
I see. And of course, you'd like to test the waters and get your name out there, yes?
It's less that I want to get my name out there and more to remind the people of who has the best interest at heart.
That is lovely. I would love to help you, dear.
Which means, on occasion, I may have to ask for favors from you and your friends. From friends from such high places as Mr. Jonathan Price and Miss Mavis, to friends in lower places like Mr. O'Doyle, and of
Oh,
course people from your place, from simple widowers from the neighborhood.
well, I think it's wonderful that you want people to help you out and that you would look to find support from everyone.
Quid pro quo plays a large part in my family.
Indeed.
So, are we partners then?
Partners. But to be clear, I can't give you the library. It would break Eustace's heart.
No, 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 no. Mrs. McGee, this library, it shall be yours.
Wonderful.
I do need one more favor.
Yes.
As a confirmed bachelor, many of the papers they spread so many untruths and rumors about me. I would like your assistance in finding a Mrs. Moreno.
Oh,
as well.
have you met my daughter Mary?
This is her dream.
Of course,
It's nothing there.
she's a very stubborn but brilliant woman. Very talented nurse. I really quite the head on her shoulders. And not bad looking either, but she's very stubborn, dearie, and she can't know that it was a date.
I see. Well, I would love to take your Mary out on a night of the town. See whether or not it is we get along.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited. Perhaps I can arrange something? I bet that Mr. Cormac knows a wonderful place where he could get you a reservation.
Perhaps that is the way I will go. Okay, I thank you. And I will take very good care of your daughter. Show her a good time.
Wonderful, dear. I'm so glad we could meet. Have a wonderful meal. Just lovely.
So, as you guys are sitting here enjoying your meal, you see waiters going back and forth. Give me a spot hidden.
Oh, I'm good at that. Let's see. I had a hard success. I rolled a 34.
Cool. So all the waiters have shiny patent leather black shoes on. You do notice one waiter does not. He has on black, somewhat muddy boots. The rest of the suit is fine, except that you notice it doesn't fit quite right. While the rest of the waiter's suits are tailored, including the beautiful shoes, his is a bit ill-fitting. In fact, looking at it further, you notice that the top button is misaligned. You know how sometimes you button
He's
your
an
shirt and you screw up the one?
He's an
And
imposter.
this person is walking up to you carrying a dessert. Miguel Moreno says, "Oh, it looks like we are getting a complimentary flambe."
What kind of dessert is it?
It's that one that they bring up to you and then they hit it with a blowtorch.
So is it like got rum on it, or is it like a banana
Yeah.
flambe, or?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So the reason I ask is because I think her reaction is, well, we can't eat this thing, right? Because this man's an imposter. And
Oh yeah. By all means.
and so how would she do that? Well, she has a terrible allergy to bananas or whatever is in this dessert.
Oh, this is Biggie. Okay. I'm sorry, Gasson. The lady cannot eat the flambe. But he doesn't smile. He doesn't really even acknowledge Moreno. Instead, he reaches into his pocket and he starts to pull something out.
I mean, we're in a nice restaurant with polite society. I'm very suspicious of this man, but, I mean, maybe it's not a nice...
See, so, with that same excellent spot hidden, you see as he reaches into his breast pocket the hilt of one of the little daggers that you've seen several times on the cultist.
Mr. Moreno, this man, he's an imposter!
What do you do?
He's an imposter!
Okay, I mean, are you gonna swing at
She
him or kick him
she
or?
she she like bats at him with her, like with
All right,
the flappy wrist fight.
give me a brawl.
Brawl.
I failed.
All right, so
Where are the knitting needles when you need them?
I threw them at the coldest. Is he using my knitting needles against me? Actually, I think
He
I
is
threw them at
not.
I think I threw them at a frog. I threw them at something.
All right, so
You threw them at the
sees
spider.
you. Yeah, he sees you swing at him. And he sees the man roughly capture your arm, pull up the torch and push it towards your face. And just as he's about to squeeze the trigger, um, the mayor comes and slugs him right in the face.
Can't attack a poor little old lady on Valentine's Day when she's out to a meal with her councilman? What is he thinking?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Moreno. This man, this restaurant came highly regarded, and they did not say anything about burning the faces off of their patrons on the menu.
I should certainly think not.
So, let's get you home.
I think we had best. Yes, I think we should.
All right. So, Miguel Moreno does, help you into the car. Very much a gentleman. You give him Mary's phone number, and he watches as you enter the library. Just as you enter the library and close the door behind you, one cultist is. I'm sorry. Let me rewind that. So, you enter the library, you close the door, and shoot, I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, that's not great, Furry. That is the death song.
The shark bait has such
You step in, and you can feel
and it shows
up to your ankles a pool of
pearly
blood.
white. Just a
And
jackknife
standing,
has old
staring at
Maggie,
you,
babe.
is Jonathan Wenton.
And it keeps
Knife in hand.
it
And he
out of
says,
sight. You know
Happy
that
Valentine's
shark
Day,
bite
Mrs. McGee.
with his teeth.
And that is where
Scarlet
we will
billows
cut off tonight.
start to spread.
Oh, my goodness.
Fancy gloves, though, where's old Maggie Heath, babe?
Yeah, it was pretty loud.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to control the volume on that.
I just lowered it myself.
All right. So that leaves us with poor Dorothy inside her apartment, staring at Jonathan Wenton, all by herself.
She'll be very brave.
Miguel Moreno's already pulled off after he made sure that nobody was around.
Mhm.
Hell, he didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
He did his job. Cormac is figuring out whether or not he's going to blackmail the deputy mayor or just send him to jail Or, hey, I'm open to a third option. John and Eddie are just going out with the Doublemint twins.
Are they strippers?
No, they are not burlesque dancers. Yes, they are burlesque dancers. Of course they are. They're not strippers, though. They are high-class Broadway-style dance.
Awesome.
They are high-class dames.
Yes. Mavis, I will say, while you're looking out your window, we'll just say that this song's still playing over the air, just like on a TV show. You look out your window and you see, Corbett walking down towards his house, carrying a paper bag with several different size wrapped parcels of meat in it. Looking nervous as he looks side to side and nervously scurries towards his home.
I bet those are the hearts.
Jonathan, Eddie's driving, and you're just thinking about all the different things that you've gone through during this week. You ride past Dorothy's library, and right as you're passing it, you feel the knife vibrate. But after about a block or 2 blocks away from the library, the vibration stops,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel nothing. For whatever reason, Eddie starts whistling. I don't even, what am I whistling that song for? Well, whatever. All right, we're going to go pick up the girls right over here. What do you think? You've been in Boston this whole time, and you still haven't had a good bowl of clam chowder. I'm about to change that one, buddy.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, clam chowder is a
In real
type
life?
of
It is a cream-based soup that features clams.
And potato.
Well, I would say in-game, I don't even know what that is because I'm from England. I probably don't know what that is.
Yeah. Oh, man. We got to get you above fish and chips. There's more to seafood than fish and chips, buddy.
What? Did you ever taste fish and chips? There's nothing as good as that. In a nice piece of newspaper, dripping with... and I'm just going on and on and on about fish and chips.
Hey, buddy, look, we can get fish and chips and clam chowder at the same place.
It's not the same.
You haven't even tried it yet. Good Lord, man.
Well, I mean, let's just have a good time.
Let's just have a good time. All right. And that should wrap us up for tonight. First off, thank everybody for coming out tonight. Hope we all had a good time.
Yep. Good day.
Absolutely.
I hope everybody has let Dorothy know that they love her and they care about her.
Aww.
I mean, she's busy spoiling that he's trying to bribe somebody, and they're all being discreet, and she's like, "Did you just bribe him?"
All right. So, I've set up some breadcrumbs for our next adventure because this part will be probably ending this session, our next session, relatively soon with Wenton, and we actually have some things set up for our next adventure. Once again, it'll be up to your choices for which direction that goes.
Wonderful.
And obviously, we're also setting up where each of you guys have some personal life things too, and we're going to try to keep that going.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
All right.
Awesome.
Everybody have a good night.
The session.
Oh, you guys are welcome. It was a pleasure.
Hope your tooth feels better.
Yep,
Oh, yes.
I gotta get rid of it.